A woman sits at her kitchen table, scrolling through her inbox, heart pounding. She's a longtime Sister Wives fan, someone who's watched every season, cheered for the family through every high and low. When she saw that limited edition charm bracelet on my Sister Wife's closet, she didn't hesitate. She wanted a piece of the story, something special to share with her daughter. She paid over $200, got a cheerful confirmation email, and waited. Days turned into weeks. The tracking link never updated. Her emails went unanswered. The bracelet never arrived. That hope she felt? It turned into frustration, then anger, and finally, a sense of betrayal she never expected from a family she thought she knew. This isn't just about a missing piece of jewelry. It's about trust, about the connection fans feel with the Browns, and what happens when that trust is shattered. It's about the image Robyn, Cody, Christine, Janelle, and Mary have built for years on national TV. An image that's now under fire as more and more fans come forward with the same story. People aren't just losing money. They're losing faith in a family they once rooted for. Hi friends, I'm Sophie, and you're watching TLC's Sister Wives Recaps. If you've ever felt let down by someone you admired, you're not alone. Hit subscribe, drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's get into the real story behind My Sister Wife's Closet, the Browns, and the fans who just wanted a little piece of the dream. When My Sister Wife's Closet first appeared on Sister Wives, it was pitched as more than just a business. Robyn was front and center, talking about her dream to create meaningful jewelry that represented family, faith, and unity. She wanted to give fans something tangible, a way to feel connected to the Browns beyond the TV screen. The show followed her as she sketched designs at the kitchen table, shared her ideas with Cody, and poured her heart into every charm and pendant. TLC ran glossy promos showing Robyn and the other wives brainstorming, laughing, and promising that every piece told a story. It felt personal, like an invitation to be part of their world. The marketing was emotional and effective. Fans saw Robyn cry over the first samples, watched Cody beam with pride, and heard Christine, Janelle, and Mary talk about what the business meant for their family's future. The website launched with a lot of fanfare. There were blog posts, behind-the-scenes videos, and even special episodes dedicated to the boutique. The message was clear. This wasn't just jewelry, it was a piece of the Brown family's legacy. People responded. Orders poured in from viewers who wanted to support Robyn's vision and own a little piece of Sister Wives history. For many, it felt like buying from a friend. The connection was real, and the excitement was genuine. But it didn't take long for the first cracks to show. Some customers waited weeks for their orders to ship. Others got vague emails about delays or back orders. Updates were inconsistent, and sometimes customer service just disappeared. Still, fans were patient. They gave Robyn the benefit of the doubt, chalking it up to growing pains or the challenges of running a small business. After all, this was the Browns. They were trying their best, right? But as time went on, the excuses started to wear thin. The dream that once felt so inviting began to feel a little less real, and the reality of what was happening behind the scenes started to creep in. The stories started quietly, just a few disappointed comments on Facebook and Reddit. A fan would post a screenshot of her order confirmation, a hopeful message about finally treating herself to a Sister Wives charm, and then a follow-up weeks later. Still nothing. No tracking number, no shipping update, not even a reply to her emails. At first, people thought it was a fluke. Maybe the Browns were overwhelmed. Maybe there was a supply chain issue. But as the months passed, the pattern became impossible to ignore. One woman shared how she'd ordered a necklace for her daughter's birthday, hoping it would arrive in time for the big day. She got the same cheerful confirmation email everyone else did. But after that, radio silence. She emailed customer service 3 times, each message more desperate than the last. Eventually, her emails bounced back as undeliverable. Another fan, a military spouse, saved up for matching bracelets to surprise her partner when he returned home. She never got a package, just a string of automated responses and then nothing. The heartbreak in her posts was obvious. This wasn't just about money, it was about feeling let down by people she trusted. As more fans spoke up, the complaints multiplied. Social media filled with stories of missing orders, blocked emails, and a total lack of customer service. Some buyers tried reaching out through TLC, others messaged Robyn directly on Instagram, but no one got a real answer. A few even reported being blocked after following up too many times. The frustration turned to anger, and then to a sense of betrayal. People who had watched the Browns for years, who felt like they knew Robyn and the other wives, suddenly felt like they'd been scammed by someone they admired. The emotional impact was real. Fans weren't just losing money, they were losing trust. For many, buying from my sister wife's closet was about more than jewelry. It was about feeling connected to a family they'd invested in for over a decade. When that connection was broken, it hurt in a way that went far beyond a missing package. It felt personal, and the silence from the Browns only made it worse. Robyn Brown has always been the emotional one on Sister Wives. She's the wife who tears up during family meetings, the one who talks about love, loyalty, and doing the right thing. On camera, she's careful, soft-spoken, and always ready to share her feelings. That's why her silence about the My Sister Wife's closet scandal has been so jarring for fans. When the complaints started piling up, people expected Robyn to say something, anything. But instead, she disappeared from the conversation. No apology, no explanation, not even a vague Instagram post about challenges or learning from mistakes. Just silence. For fans who had always seen Robyn as the most sincere, this felt like a slap in the face. The longer she stayed quiet, the more frustrated people became. Every unanswered email, every ignored comment, every blocked message added fuel to the fire. Buyers started to feel like they weren't just being ignored, they were being dismissed. The woman who once promised to treat every customer like family was now acting like they didn't exist. The outrage didn't stop with Robyn. As the scandal grew, Christine, Janelle, and Mary started getting pulled in too. Fans flooded their social media with questions and demands for answers. Some begged for help, others accused them of being complicit. Christine, who had already distanced herself from the business after leaving the family, was blindsided by the backlash. Janelle, always the practical one, found herself fielding angry messages about orders she had nothing to do with. Even Mary, who had quietly stepped away from the brand, couldn't escape the fallout, the brow. Ends had always presented themselves as a united front, and now that unity was working against them. The shift in fan perception was dramatic. The people who once defended Robyn and the family started to turn. Support turned to suspicion, and suspicion turned to anger. The comments on Robyn's posts went from supportive to scathing. "Where's my order?" replaced "You're my favorite wife." The trust that had taken years to build was crumbling in real time, and Robyn's silence was making it worse. Fans didn't just want their money back, they wanted to feel seen, heard, and respected by the people they'd supported for so long. Instead, they got nothing but a wall of silence, and that silence spoke volumes. When My Sister Wife's Closet launched, it was never just Robyn's project. The show made it clear this was a family business, with Cody right there in the thick of it. He talked about the boutique as a way to bring the wives together, to create a shared future and a new stream of income. There were scenes of him discussing logistics, helping with the website, and even weighing in on jewelry designs. The LLC paperwork listed multiple family members, not just Robyn, as managers. It was all about unity, at least on paper and on TV. But as the jewelry orders went missing and the complaints piled up, that family unity started to look more like a liability. Fans began digging into business records, sharing screenshots of the LLC filings and asking tough questions. Who was actually responsible for the money? Was Cody still involved behind the scenes? If so, could he be held accountable too? The lines between personal and business blurred, just like they always seemed to in the Brown family. The legal risks started to mount. Buyers who couldn't get a response from the website turned to the Better Business Bureau, flooding it with complaints. The business's rating tanked. Some fans filed formal grievances with the Federal Trade Commission, citing deceptive practices and unfulfilled orders. Others went straight to their banks, demanding chargebacks for products that never arrived. The more people spoke up, the more serious the situation became. There was even talk in fan groups about organizing a class action lawsuit, especially as stories of blocked emails and ignored refund requests kept coming in. All of this has put the Browns' reputation on the line. For years, they've built their brand on the idea of family, faith, and honesty. Now, that image is under attack. The jewelry scandal isn't just a business failure. It's a public relations disaster. Every new complaint chips away at the trust that kept viewers tuning in season after season. TLC has stayed quiet, but fans are demanding answers. and the pressure is only growing. The future of the Sister Wives brand is suddenly uncertain. If the Browns can't address the scandal, or if legal action moves forward, it could mean more than just the end of a jewelry business. It could mean the end of the family's carefully crafted public image, and maybe even the show itself. The fallout is real, and it's not going away. This jewelry scandal isn't just a one-off disaster. It fits right into a pattern that's been playing out in the Brown family for years. Anyone who's watched Sister Wives knows the Browns have always struggled with money issues and blurred boundaries. There have been endless scenes of family meetings about budgets, confusion over who pays for what, and tension when one wife feels left out or shortchanged. The lines between personal and business have always been messy, and My Sister Wife's closet just made it more obvious. Transparency has never been the Browns' strong suit. On the show, they talk about honesty and communication, but behind the scenes, things are often murky. Fans have seen the wives question where the money goes, who's really in charge, and whether everyone is being treated fairly. The jewelry. Business was supposed to be a symbol of unity, but it ended up exposing just how fractured things really are. When orders went missing and no one took responsibility, trust is everything when it comes to reality TV. Fans open their hearts, their wallets, and their lives to the people they watch every week. They believe the stories, buy the products, and root for the families on screen. When that trust is broken, it's not just disappointing, it's personal. The My Sister Wife's closet scandal is proof of how quickly things can fall apart when reality stars forget the responsibility they have to their audience. What stands out most in all of this is the courage of the fans who refuse to stay silent. It takes guts to speak up, to share your story, and to demand answers from people you once admired. These buyers didn't just want their money back, they wanted honesty, respect, and accountability. Their voices have forced a conversation the Browns can't ignore, and that's powerful. If you've ever felt let down by someone you trusted, you know how much it hurts. But you also know how important it is to stand up for yourself and for others. I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think the Browns can recover from this? Should TLC step in and address the scandal? Drop your comments below, hit subscribe, and stay tuned to TLC's Sister Wives recaps for more real stories, honest analysis, and the truth behind the headlines. Thanks for being here with me, Sophie.